Welcome to Medicine Mirror, where every medicine tells its story. A non-competitive antagonist reduces the effect of an agonist, but unlike a competitive antagonist, its effect cannot be overcome simply by increasing the concentration of the agonist. It may bind to a different site on the receptor and prevent the receptor from producing its normal response. Let's understand this with a simple theater example. Imagine the receptor is a theater and the agonist is people trying to occupy the seats. Now, some seats are permanently damaged by a non-competitive antagonist. Even if we bring more and more people into the theater, those damaged seats cannot be used. So the maximum possible response decreases. This is the most important point. With a non-competitive antagonist, increasing the agonist concentration does not restore the maximum response. The antagonist has reduced the functional ability of the receptor system. Therefore, the maximum response or Emax decreases. So remember, non-competitive antagonism mainly causes a decrease in Emax. Now compare the two. A competitive antagonist competes with the agonist for the same binding site. So if we increase the agonist concentration, the agonist can overcome the antagonist. But with a non-competitive antagonist, increasing agonist concentration cannot restore the maximum response. Therefore, competitive antagonism decreases potency, while non-competitive antagonism decreases maximum efficacy. Now, your medicine mirror MCQ. An agonist normally produces a maximum response of 100%. After adding a non-competitive antagonist, even increasing the agonist concentration produces only a 60% maximum response. What happened? Think for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is B. Emax decreased. Because the non-competitive antagonist reduces the maximum response, increasing the agonist cannot bring a response back to 100%. Remember, non-competitive antagonist Emax goes down. One line memory. Competitive gives more agonist can overcome gives Emax stays same. Non-competitive gives more agonist cannot overcome gives Emax decreased. Now let's understand a classic example of a non-competitive antagonist, Picrotoxin. Picrotoxin acts at the GABA-A receptor, but importantly, it does not compete with GABA at the GABA binding site. Instead, it blocks the chloride channel pore at a different site. And this is the key to understanding non-competitive antagonism. First, let's see what happens normally. GABA binds to its binding site on the GABA-A receptor. This opens the chloride channel. Chloride ions then flow into the neuron, producing an inhibitory effect. So, remember, GABA binds gives chloride channel opens gives inhibition. Now comes picrotoxin. Picrotoxin binds inside the chloride channel pore at a site different from where GABA binds. So even though GABA can still bind to its receptor, the channel is physically blocked. As a result, chloride cannot flow normally. Therefore, the GABA-induced response is reduced. Here is the most important point. In competitive antagonism, increasing the agonist concentration can overcome the antagonist. But with picrotoxin, that does not happen. Why? Because picrotoxin is blocking the channel pore itself. Even if we add more and more GABA, the chloride channel remains blocked. Therefore, the maximum possible response decreases. So, Emax decreases. That is the characteristic feature we want to remember. Now look at the dose-response curve. With GABA alone, we can achieve the full maximum response. But in the presence of picrotoxin, the maximum response is lower. This means Emax decreases. Now, a quick MCQ. Picrotoxin decreases Emax because A. It competes with GABA for the binding site. P. It increases GABA metabolism. C. It blocks the chloride channel pore. Or D. It increases receptor sensitivity. Think for 5 seconds. The answer is C. It blocks the chloride channel pore. And that's how picrotoxin demonstrates non-competitive antagonism. One-line exam takeaway. Picrotoxin gives GABA ACL to the power. Channel pore blocker gives increasing GABA cannot overcome the block gives Emax dot. Thank you for watching. If the video is informative, please like, share and subscribe to Medicine Mirror, where every medicine tells its story.